Hello guys, welcome back to yet another interesting video. Today in this video, we'll be talking about another great custom ROM which is actually a king of customizations. You guys have been asking us about the custom ROM for OnePlus 11 and today here we have the video of it. We'll talk about all the customizations available on it, some drawbacks along with performance, gaming, etc. So if you guys like our work and if you think it's useful for you guys, then make sure to smash that like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. So here I have my OnePlus 11 on which I have installed this custom ROM and I've been using this device as my primary phone since yesterday. You can see under about section, device is OnePlus 11, it's an Android 14 build and the ROM is CrDroid, version is 10.2. It comes with 5th Feb 2024 security patch. It doesn't include pre-installed Google application, so you have to manually flash it. And guys, to know the installation process, I'll leave the guide in the description below. You guys can follow that guide and install it on your device. So after you flash custom ROM and Google apps, these are the only apps you'll find it pre-installed. So there's no bloatware install, you have all the required applications and later on you can download the applications which you want from the Google Play Store. So talking about all the basic functionalities, for example, I'm using Jio SIM card on my device and there are no issues with the 5G connectivity or calling related issues. I'm easily able to make calls using my Jio SIM card, which also includes Wi-Fi calling. Bluetooth works absolutely fine and it also supports HD audio. Another good thing about this custom ROM, you do get the Dolby Atmos support and it's not only restricted to the headphones, you can enjoy Dolby Atmos with the loudspeakers also. So right now you can see Bluetooth have been connected. So my OnePlus Buds Pro are listed here. Once I turn off the Bluetooth, you can see it says loudspeaker. So you can use Dolby Atmos with loudspeaker and I personally tested in both headsets and loudspeaker. It works perfectly fine and you can feel the difference in the audio quality. We have fully functional alert slider and you guys can also customize the alert slider as per your requirement, like you can change the position of it. I'll talk about those settings in the later part of the video. You won't have any kind of issues related to the payment application because device do passes the safety net check. Let me show you. So if you open the application which lets you check the safety net, and if I tap on Run Safety Net, you can see Basic Integrity Pass and CTS Profile Match also passes. And another good thing about this custom ROM, I did not see any kind of jitters or lags while using. Initially, I did face some issues when I first booted up the device. Launcher was getting updated and that time it crashed one or twice. But after that, the fluidity, animations and other things are super smooth. No jitters at all. I also believe that it will have a OTA update support. Right now, after installing the latest build, I haven't received any kind of OTA update, but I do feel the ROM do have a support of OTA update. So if any update available in future, you can directly update your device from the update section and also check out the change logs and other stuff. There's also an option of local install. Before talking about other things, let's talk about few negatives of custom ROMs. So one thing is this custom ROM doesn't come pre-installed with the OnePlus stock camera. It do have the camera which we have seen on Lineage OS called Aperture Camera application, which you can see here. I'm not a huge fan of this application. I did not had any other option to install the Google Camera application. And this Google Camera application works fine. I'll leave the link in the description below. You can also use this Google Camera APK on the stock OS also. So make sure to try it out and let us know how does it perform compared to stock camera on your OnePlus 11. I did click few pictures and here you can take a look at them. With no doubt, Google Camera is known for great details and also produces colors very close to natural. It doesn't matter, you click a picture of any subject or the human face, in both the scenarios it does a great job. I did try out portrait mode. We all know portrait mode is one of the best on Pixel smartphones and here you can see the images also. There is no issue with the edge detection, perfect separation between the background and foreground, and the skin tone also appears to be very close to natural with no issues related to dynamic range, details, etc. And the shutter speed is also quite fast. See, one drawback what we almost see on every custom ROM is related to wideband certification. And the same story continues on this custom ROM also. If you see here towards the bottom side, security level says L3. That means this doesn't support HD content playback in OTT platforms. So if you are the one who watches OTT platforms a lot, I won't recommend you to flash any custom ROM. Before flashing, do check out our videos because I do mention which ROM have the support of wideband L1. As far as I remember, Paranoid Android had the support of wideband L1, so you guys can try it out and you can also check the video of Paranoid Android on a channel. One issue which I feel and I only noticed on this custom ROM, and that's related to haptic feedback. Though the haptic feedback implementation is all around in the UI, like even in the quick setting tiles, but it's not that good with default setting. It's too strong but not crisp like what we see on the stock OS. but this thing can be easily improved with the OTA updates, and let's see whether it gets improved in future or not. Now let's talk about the customization options. There's a dedicated section for customization called CrDroid settings, and once you check out the settings here, you'll understand why did I say that this ROM is a king of customizations. We won't be covering all the customizations. I'll cover few of them which I personally use a lot. And the first one is this option to add logo style. If you see, there's a section of logo which consists of few logo styles. Like there are tons of options available. For example, Adidas, which you can add. As you can see here, I've set the position to left. If I want, I can set it towards the right hand side also. Similar way, you have lots of logos available like Fire, Puma, ROG, Ubuntu, Captain America, etc. And I'm not sure if you guys remember or not, on the initial days of the custom ROMs which were packed with customization, we used to have this feature called battery bar, and it's a great implementation. You can just turn off this battery text from the status bar. Instead of that, you can just get a battery bar on the top side, and you can adjust the thickness of it. So as you can see, if I increase the thickness, there's a battery graph which might be visible to you guys now, and using that you can see the battery percentage. You have the options to change the colors, charging animation. You can also make changes in the alignments like centered mirror, or if you want, you can set it to reverse. I used to use this feature a lot, and let me know in the comment section below how many of you guys remember this feature and have tried at least once in their life. Along with that, there's also a toggle which enables brightness control, so you don't have to always slide down the notification panel to adjust your brightness. If you're using it in manual mode, you can just slide on the top side of the screen to adjust the brightness accordingly. Then under quick settings, you have an option to set a header image wherein you can set the custom image even from the images present in the gallery. Developers have also added some images which you can choose, and that will appear here in the header, and this actually gives a cool look to your device. Under miscellaneous, you also have an option of background opacity. From here you can make your quick setting tiles completely transparent. So if you keep it at 100, you can see there is no transparency, but if I reduce the value to 1%, you can see now we have a quick setting tiles which are kind of transparent with that blurry effect. And another implementation which I noticed here, developers have done a great job in implementing the haptic feedback while sliding the brightness slider, which can be enabled from the same settings. There's a toggle called haptic feedback, and it gives a vibe of Oxygen OS because on that we do have this feature. Under tile layout, you can also make changes in the quick setting tile style. So there are things like circle tiles, and this is how it looks once you enable it. You also have circle and square tiles. And unlike stock OS, you can also make changes in the tile animations. So here you have three animations. One is rotate, flip X and flip Y. So if you set rotation and if you tap any of the tile, this is how it looks. Isn't it cool? Let us know in the comment section below how many of you guys like such add-ons on custom ROMs. Also, I've seen a lot of users asking about the custom fingerprint animation. So this ROM will fulfill all your needs. You have tons of custom animations for the fingerprint AOD. And here you can see the fingerprint unlock custom animation. There's also a toggle which you can enable to take a partial screenshot. We all know that we can use 3-finger screenshot gesture to take full screen or the partial screenshot. But here there's a nice add-on, like you just have to do a short click to take the partial screenshot using volume down and power button. If you hold it for longer time, it will take a full screenshot. But if you do it quickly, you can take a partial screenshot. Under power button, there are many things which you can do. So there's this on-go mode which you can enable. So that time your device will use the camera, and if you're looking at the device screen, you can clearly see through that. You won't even miss out on things like custom fonts. You have pre-installed fonts available, so you don't have to depend on downloading third-party applications from the Play Store or the theme store which is present on OnePlus. You can change the icon shapes of the status bar, and many other customization options are available. If you go to sound, there's an option of pulse, and this provides an audiographic equalizer on the navigation bar. And this also looks pretty cool on your device. Along with CrDroid customization, OnePlus stock settings are also available, which you can find exactly above the CrDroid settings called OnePlus settings. As I told you guys initially about this thing, that you can customize the alert slider and use it for things like ringer, rotation, brightness, flashlight, and even notification panel. And if you want, you can also change the position of the alert slider. And another good implementation on this custom ROM is like, if you go to any settings, there's an image or a preview available, which again looks pretty cool. So it's available on almost all the settings present on this custom ROM, like apps, notifications, battery section, etc. You can also find things like charging control. So these things nowadays are mostly available on almost every custom ROM, which lets you choose custom charging modes according to your requirement. So I've been using this custom ROM as my primary driver on my OnePlus 11 since yesterday. I cannot talk much about the battery backup because I have been performing some benchmark testing and other stuff, but you don't have to worry about the charging speed. It's exactly same what we get to see on Oxygen OS. But still, I'll keep you guys posted in the comment section how much SOT I got on this custom ROM with 1 or 2 cycles. And now let's talk about the performance part. So as always, we performed some benchmark testing including Geekbenchmark, Antutu and 3D Wildlife Extreme Test. So with the Geekbench application, single core scores were 2029 and multi-core scores were 5572. You can see the stability scores on this custom ROM is 74.2%. And we only noticed 5% of battery drain, but the temperature rise was a lot higher. With the Antutu benchmark application, device scored 15,35,677. We also tried playing BGMI. Another good thing on this custom ROM is you have a dedicated game space, which is not same as what you get to see on OnePlus stock OS, but it gives you almost all the functionalities. Like you can disable the gestures, auto brightness, USB debugging and more. So initially we just tested a TDM and device did deliver 90 FPS along with the screen recording on most of the OnePlus smartphones we have seen. If we enable screen recording, the FPS drops to 60, but that wasn't the case on this device. And another thing which I would like to mention, in the 3D benchmark test you have seen the device temperature was a lot high, and the same thing while playing TDMs, temperature did increase on this device, but that did not affect the performance in the gaming part. Device constantly gave 85-90 FPS even after heating up, which OnePlus have restricted on their stock OS, but this custom ROM doesn't let your device performance go down even if it heats up. Meanwhile, you can watch this gameplay and you can also let us know which next custom ROM you guys want us to try. This was a small video of the best customization ROM present right now for OnePlus 11. If you guys have any kind of questions, let me know in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.